Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again. Real Ken's TV and the house like kitchen sinks. You know, I've said it once, I've said it twice, and I've said it 3 times. Probably said it way more times than that. You all keep underestimating these white boys' tactics, these white boys' abilities to throw these hands. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying everybody that feels that way, but there's a general consensus, if you will, in the air that, man, a white boy can never whip me. A white boy will never beat me. Yeah, that's in your mind. That's in your mind. Because in all reality, in all actuality, it doesn't go down like that. So I'm going to bless you all with the story of Kein this afternoon. Kein was the hardest white boy that I've ever seen in the Department of Corrections. He might just be the hardest dude, period. Regardless of if he's white, black, Mexican. Oh, pause, double pause, triple pause. So let me rewind that. For y'all that don't know, I'm not editing at this point. I'm getting into my editing, but I'm not editing at this point. So I just do the manual rewinds for now. Kein was the toughest white boy, perhaps person that I've ever seen. Had all heart. Wasn't nothing but probably at best 5'9". Weighed about, I don't know, 165. It was cut up. You could tell that, I don't know if it was genetics. I think he had genetics, and then he had been doing a whole lot of, push-ups and pull-ups and dips and lifting weights or whatever. So he wasn't a big dude by any stretch of the imagination. But at the same time, you could tell that he worked out. This dude, man, barred none. You hear what I'm saying? None. Y'all know what none means? Anything? Nothing? Nathaniel in the Urban Dictionary. Whatever came his way, and he was going to deal with it. I never will forget when I first met Kein. I was in a regional jail. So for you all that are not frequent, that don't frequent my videos, I'm going to explain to you what a regional jail is. For you all that do know, just bear with me. I'm going to make it brief. Regional jail is in the state of Kentucky. Sometimes they don't always send you to the penitentiary because locking people up, as I've always stated, is a business. Locking people up is a business. Once again, locking people up is a business. So some genius came up with the idea and said, hey, instead of sending these guys to prison to where we're overcrowded and we're forced to let them loose, keep them in county jails. We'll call it a regional jail. And if you have anywhere between 5 and 10 years, you can be housed in a county jail, and we'll call it a regional jail, and we'll, create a couple jobs. They can go out and work in the community. The lower level inmates, they can go out and work in the community, mow grass and weed eat and pick up dead roadside, pick up cans, things of that nature. Anything they can do to make money off the backs of inmates. So oftentimes in Kentucky, they'll just send you to a regional jail / Class D facility. I like to refer to them as Class D facilities. So they'll send you to a Class D facility. You want to go to prison. You don't want to be in this lockdown Class D facility. It may be 200-300 people there, and they have 20 jobs available on the outside. And then on the inside, they may have another 20 jobs available. You're a janitor, mopping the floors, cleaning toilets, cleaning the CO's toilets. After they go in there and take a dump, they tell you to go in there and clean up. Man, you got me messed up. That's probably why I spent so long in prison. Because I barred none when it came to them COs. And it wasn't the best decision in the world, but at the time I was young, and that's just what it was. Respectfully. So you got these Class D facilities or what have you, and sometimes you will find yourself at a Class D facility, but really, not only do you want to be in prison, you need to be in prison. I'm at a sweet Class D facility. For you all that have followed me, you understand when I say Powell County Regional Jail, Stanton, Kentucky. All you gotta do is just Google it. Matter of fact, there's information going on right now to where a correction officer just got arrested for messing with an inmate. That's how cool they are there. They shouldn't have arrested her. They should have just let her go and, let her go on about her merry way, because it's been going on for years. But nevertheless, we're in Powell County Regional Jail. And I want to go to prison, man. Now I know how that sounds, like you want to go to prison, but just understand what I'm saying. Initially, I wanted to go to prison because in prison is just, I don't know, I wasn't used to a jail setting. I wasn't used to that. I was just like, okay, go on, send me to the pen, let me do my time. I know what to expect. I know all these rules changing every other day, and inmates allowed to get away with this and that, and the disrespect that goes on. I just didn't want to initially be there. However, as time went on, it was probably the best place that I could have been. So I'm there. Now keep in mind, or mind you this, whichever way you prefer to look at it, you could wear your own clothes. You're in jail now. Doing felony time, you could wear your own clothes. You could have cash money, as much money as you wanted to. The kitchen, they didn't use a food service. See, oftentimes prisons and jails, they use food services such as Aramark, KOL, and the food is absolutely gross. No. Powell County did not do that whatsoever. Shout out to Connie Harding. She's the Class D coordinator. She's essentially over the whole jail. She's not at the top by name, but she runs, or by position, but she runs the whole jail. Connie Harding. So any of you all that happen to be watching my video and you're familiar with Powell County Regional Jail, Powell County Detention Center, however you want to phrase it, send me a shout out in my comments and let the people know that it's real, man. I can't make this up, nor would I make this up. I'm not the Dante Show Network. Oh, I'm sorry, Dante. We cool now. We squashed it a long time ago. So, with that being said, this jail was sweet. They went to Walmart and got the food. Came back. They would ask the inmates, what you all want to eat tonight? You would vote. Burgers, taco salads, chicken, pork chops, rib, whatever. The cook, he would cook it. He would go back there and he would cook it or whatever. Smoothest jail I've ever been at. Dudes had cell phones. Now, initially, they didn't have cell phones. Now, when I say initially, the reason I say initially is because the jail had been in existence for years. But it was only for county inmates. When I say county inmates, it was for the people that was from Powell County, I think Wolf County. It was like 3 or 4 different counties, surrounding counties, and they would just send them there. But they were doing city time, county time rather. Now, when I say county time, it wasn't a felony, so it was 12 months or less. Well, they decided to become a state facility, which is how they were able to be deemed as a regional jail. So now you could hold state inmates that have felonies that were doing time up to 10 years. So you think, wow, 10 years? You're going to do 10 years in a county jail? No, it's not like that. In Kentucky, if you got a 10-year sentence, you do 20% of your time to the parole board. So it's 2 years. So it's nothing. It sounds way worse than what it actually is. So the thing about it is this. You got guys in there that are doing time. You got money. You got your own clothes. You going out in the community working. Everything is smooth. You got contact visits. On the contact visits, you go in a room to where they got the snack machines. It's a nice ass room or what have you. The CO doesn't even sit in there with you. You see what I'm saying? When you're on your visit, there's no cameras in the room. It's only one correction officer. It's probably 50 inmates in the entire jail. So being at this facility is actually a privilege. A privilege. Think about that. It's a privilege to be at this jail that I absolutely did not want to be at. I had been in there a few months. I'm scoping out the scene. I'm seeing certain things, and it's like, okay, I'm seeing how I can make some money here. You know, I'm really seeing how I can make some money here. So what I do is I start a, what do you want to call it? They call me, my actual name was Chase Bank. My actual name was Chase Bank. That's what people was calling me. I started loaning out money. Need $5, I need $7 back. I wasn't taxing anybody overwhelmingly. You need $10, give me $14 back. You need $20, give me $28 back. And then you work your way up. Okay, you need 40. I need this back. You see what I'm saying? I was making probably a couple $100 a week just on interest. And my interest rates weren't abnormal, outstanding. A lot of times in prison, man, if you borrow 5 items, guess what? You owe me 8 items back. Almost double. I wasn't hitting anybody like that. Pause. So I'm loaning money. I'm running the poker games. When I'm running the poker games, I'm housing the whole game. Oh, you want to get in the poker game? You don't got no money till next week? How much you need? Hey, Lex. That's what they call me. Lex or Chase Bank. Hey, Lex. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky. Hey, Lex, give me, I don't know. The inmates call me Lex. The COs call me Chase Bank. Hey, Lex, let me get 15 to start the poker game out. No problem, man. No problem whatsoever. Give me 20 back. So I'm running the poker game. I got the chips. I'm running the poker game. They got vending machines. The thing about the vending machines is a lot of times people never had change. I would send somebody out that was on a work crew that went out to work because I refused to go out and work. I was like, man, forget that. I ain't picking up no roadside. I'm not mowing no yards 8-9 hours a day or lawns or weed eating. I'm not doing none of that. Put me in the laundry. I'm cool. I would send somebody I trusted. I say, look, man, here's $40, man. Give me $40 worth of quarters. They come back. They give me $40 worth of quarters. I break them off a little something for doing it for me. So when we're at the poker table, guess what? They want to get something out of the vending machine, but they don't have change. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Give me $1, I give you 75 cents in change. I give you 3 quarters, you give me $1. I was making money. I would buy cigarettes at the time. Wave cigarettes were $2. I would buy cigarettes, sell the cigarettes for 25 cents a cigarette at the poker table. Cost me $2 for a pack. It was 20 cigarettes in a pack, and I'm selling them for $0.25 each. You see what I'm saying? So I'm making money all the way around the board. All the way around the board. For a pack of $2 cigarettes, I'm making, what, $5? I'm making $5, so it's a $3 profit. If my math is correct. So, it was just one of those things where I was making so much money. I was cool. My girl was coming. I was sending money out the door. Initially, we had contact visits. All of that changed. The contact visits went away. They started giving us visits, but we had to talk to our visits through the glass, but I was still getting my money. My girl at the time, I was still doing illegal activities. At the time, she would stop at the liquor store, spend $37 maybe, get 2, I want to say liters, the cheapest vodka. She would fill up like 20 water bottles, 25 water bottles, something like that. I'd had it arranged where she could bring in the water bottles. I'm selling the water bottles for $20-25. Operation is running smooth. I already know who wants the liquor. So when she comes on visit, she leaves them in her truck. My dog Randy, which I've told you all the story about Randy, he would go out to the truck. He worked in the kitchen. He had free reign to go in and out of the building. He would go grab the water bottles, come back in, had a list of people that wanted it. Boom, boom, boom. Nobody knew exactly that it was coming from me, but they knew that they had a water bottle coming to them. She spends $37 on the liquor. I sell 20 bottles of liquor for $20 a piece. You do the math, it's $400. Actually, it was more than 20 bottles because basically what happened was I would keep maybe 4 or 5 bottles for me and my partners. We called it a gangster party. We was going to kick it. It was maybe 3 or 4 of us. We kicked it off to the side. We had our bottles. Randy made his money. Everything was cool. I told Randy in this particular situation, there was a dude named Kein. They brought him over from the county side. If you're on the county side and you're waiting to get sentenced, sometimes instead of sending you to prison, if your record is not bad, they would allow you to come over to the Class D side where we were at. It was only 50 of us. They transferred Kein over to the county side. Now, I want to alert you all and warn you all, or let you know rather. This is going to be a lengthy story. So this is one of them stories that you listen to when you're riding. You're on a road trip. Let's just say you you're a delivery driver, you drive trucks, or you got a long commute home or to work, or you can't sleep at night, or you just want to hear a good, genuine story. 100% accurate. All the way accurate. I don't do false stories on my channel, like some channels. Shout out to all the prison channels. So, everything's running smooth. Randy's passing out the bottles. I tell Randy, listen, man, whatever you do not sell this guy Kein a bottle of liquor. This is one of those things. There's only 50 people there. It's under wraps. Nobody even knew the liquor was coming in through me. I wasn't even from this county. Now, let me paint a picture for you all for this, as far as this county. It was a small county. Maybe only 3 or 4 black counties in the county. I said 3 or 4 black counties. So let me rewind. Only 3 or 4 black families in the county. Powell County, Stanton, Kentucky. So I tell him, I've already gotten the wraps on Kein. Dude's not wrapped too tight. Sandwich short of a picnic. A little crazy. Do not sell him a bottle. You got this person that wants 3 bottles. This person wants 2. This person wants 1. This person wants 4. The bottles are gone just like that. So even though it was only 50 people there, probably 7, 8 people purchased all the bottles. Unbeknownst to me, Randy was cutting the bottles. He's pouring a little liquor out. A little liquor out. Add a little water. Pouring a little liquor out. Adding a little water. So he was doing that to each bottle, to where he ended up with an additional 5 or 6 bottles for himself to sell for $20 a piece. In addition to what I was already giving him. I didn't know that at the time. We addressed that, at a later time. Oh, yeah, we definitely addressed that. But he had an additional 5 or 6 bottles to sell. So what does he do? He sells Kein a bottle of liquor. The one person that I did not want to have any liquor, he sells Kein a bottle. Me and my partners, everything's cool. I done got the money. He done brought the money back up to me when I'm on visitation. I'm cool with the CEO, Miss Joanne. Her and I are cool. I tell her, Miss Joanne, man, can I hug my girl? Can I? Oh, Lex, anything for you, Lex. I don't know. People just like me. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just a regular guy. People like me. So I hug my girl. I give her the money. Boom. I send money out the door. I keep money on me. I always kept in jail. I kept $600-700 on me at all times. Because you never know when anybody needs a loan. I got to still buy myself commissary and pay for the cell phone. So I ain't have to pay for phone calls. But I like to keep $600-700, $800 on me at all times. So, me and my partners, we sitting back there and we're having a gangster party, man. Next thing I know, I walk in the front, because you can walk in the front. They have a day room. In the day room, they have a refrigerator, a stove, microwave. People play poker, whatever. You cook your food, whatever in the day room. In the day room, they come to me. Hey, Lex, Envy is in a fight with Kein. I'm like, what? I run back to the back, I walk back to the back. Kein and Envy is fighting. Now, Kein is a crazy dude. Like I said, that they just brought over. Never should have brought him over in the first place. He should have went straight to the penitentiary. But he knew some people at the jail. So instead of sending him to the pen, they gave him a shot. Sent him to the Class D side where we were at. He's fighting Envy. Envy, maybe 5'6", 5'7". He was from Wisconsin. Maybe weighed about 160 pounds. He ain't start no trouble. He ain't bother nobody. He ain't do anything. Kein's beating the brakes off of him. Choking him out. I'm talking about choking him all the way out. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? I break the fight up. When I break the fight up, Kein's like, oh, what's this? What is this? What, y'all gonna gang me? I'm like, nah, man, chill out, man. Just chill out, man. Everything's all cool, man. Just chill out. I ain't want no smoke with Kein. I didn't want no smoke with nobody. I'm making money. Just imagine, I'm in jail making $300-$400 a week, probably more than that. Now, it's not a lot of money on the streets, but in jail, you making $300-$400 a week, probably more than that. Because I was involved, like I said, I had the loan sharking going on. And I don't even call it loan sharking, because my wages were or my interest rates rather, were very, very reasonable. I had that going on. I had the liquor. I had a couple other things going on, but had the poker game, so I was probably making way more than $300-$400 a week. But nevertheless, I didn't want no smoke with nobody. I need my money to continue to accumulate. I'm sending my daughter's money for Christmas, birthdays, school, clothes, just in general. I got my cell phone. I'm cool. I don't want no smoke. The COs like me. I don't want no smoke. None. I'm working in the laundry. I'm not going out there in the hot sun all day long. Everybody else wanted an outside job. Not me, not Lex. Nah, man, I'm cool where I'm at. Allow me to stay in the laundry. I talk on my phone. I make my money. I'm cool. I'm good. I don't have no problems. I'm ordering. If I don't want whatever they're cooking in the kitchen, I can order Pizza Hut. I can order Chinese food, whatever I want it. I got that. Good. I got my own TV, my own CD player. At the time, it's like 2009, 2008. I'm on CD player. I'm good. Contact visits until they took them. I later on started to get conjugal visits that, I've told a story about that. And perhaps I'll tell it again. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. But I'm just being facetious. So he's choking envy all the way out. And I'm like, yo, man, y'all chill out, man. The COs or whatever. Keevan didn't give a damn about no COs. He didn't care nothing about no write-ups. He didn't care nothing about none of that. He's beating the brakes off. He's mauling envy. I'm talking about mauling him. They're about the same size. Keevan wasn't a big dude, as I mentioned earlier. Maybe 170 pounds. I didn't say you just a cut up dude. They was about the same height. Nah, Keevan's a little bit taller. I take that back. He's a little bit taller, but pretty much the same size. I step in. Yo, what is this? What is this? Nah, man, it ain't like it, man. Y'all chill out or whatever. He wasn't trying to listen to me. He keep beating, Now, I'm not going to let you just beat him to death. So I jump in. I separate him or whatever. Next thing you know, cool. Everything's straight. Everything's straight. See, the thing about it is, we have been drinking. So we didn't want to alert the people because they come in, they find out we've been drinking. We all going to the hole. We all getting write-ups and shipped out of there to the penitentiary. I didn't care about going to the penitentiary, but I didn't want to go with the write-up. You see what I'm saying? Follow me now. Y'all hit that like button too. Y'all hit that like button. So I get them two separated. Everything returns to normal. I go back in the day room. I tend to whatever I'm doing, my food or whatever. I don't remember. It was 2008, 2009. I don't remember exactly what I was doing in the day room. I just remember I wasn't in the dorm. The dorm held 50 people. It's like army barracks. I come back in the dorm. Keevan had popped off again. Now, at the time that he was fighting envy, I didn't realize that he had gotten his hands on a bottle of that vodka. I come back in. He's fighting my dude. What is my dude's name? Sean. I don't remember his last name, but my dude Sean. They literally fighting. Basically what had happened was Sean had loaned his Nintendo DS or whatever it was called. I don't even remember the name. The little portable Nintendo or whatever. He had loaned it to somebody. When the dude gave it back to him, the dude Marcus gave it back to him, it wasn't working correctly. Two of them had words. Next thing you know, Keevan steps up on the behalf of Marcus. This is my homeboy. You ain't gonna do nothing to him. So Keevan and Sean Damron. Shout out to Sean Damron. He's on my Facebook page, man. Hopefully you watching this video, man. It's a true story. He'll tell it. They get to fighting. So when I walk in, him and Sean is fighting. They going to war, man. I'm talking about they going to war. Sean ain't no punk either, man. You know what I'm saying? So he gets Sean down on the bed or whatever, and he's on top of him. Sean got him in the headlock, but Keevan, he's hitting him in his ribs. Boom, boom, boom. Keevan's going for his pocket. Keevan got a pocket knife in his pocket. He trying to stab Sean. Keevan known for stabbing people. But when he grabs the knife out of his pocket, he drops it. Fortunately for Sean, he drops the knife. Knife drops, pick the knife up or whatever. Somebody picks the knife up or whatever. I'm able to separate them. The two separate. I'm like, hey, man, y'all got to chill out, man. Y'all got to chill out. Sean's like, nah, man, he came up to me and he just hit me. He just socked me. So, I understood what Sean was saying. So they going back and forth. I get them separated. Once again, everybody kind of respected me. I was not no bully. I was not no tough guy. But kind of everybody kind of respected Lex. So it's like, hey, man, people going to see. I don't even understand how they didn't see us on camera. I do understand, though, oxymoron. For the simple fact that it was only one person working the whole unit. She was busy on her phone. She wasn't even paying attention to the cameras. It wasn't one of those type jails where they're sitting there watching the cameras all day waiting for something to jump off so they can run in and arrest you or, send you to the hole, whatever. It wasn't one of those type of situations. They get separated. I go back in the day room. Now I'm playing poker. I'm thinking everything's cool. Everything's smooth. I be doggone. I come back into the dorm. Keevan is blooping out on the whole dorm. You Powell County PUSSYS's apostrophe, y'all ain't nothing. Y'all letting these dudes come down here and run y'all. He's clocking out on the whole dorm. Remember, it's only 50 people on the dorm. In the whole dorm. He said, man, my dog Black. Black was about 6'5". He's from Louisville. Probably about, 280. He's like, my dog Black, that's my nigga. That's my nigga. Now, Keevan's a white dude, man. 5'8", 5'9", 170, 175 pounds, cut up dude. He crazy, known for carrying knives. That's my nigga right here, my nigga Black. Nah, I don't mean it like that, though. I don't mean it like that. I'm not saying in a racial term. I'm saying I rock with him before I rock with you all because you all let outsiders come in here and dictate and run stuff. So y'all a bunch of P's. P-U-S-S-Y. Apostrophe S. So it's no offense. Now I'm sitting there and I'm hearing this and I'm seeing this. So he's walking up and down the aisles. There's aisles. You got 10 beds in this aisle, 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 and I think it was a 5th aisle. So it was 5 aisles with 10 bunks, 50 people. He's walking up and down the aisle. Lights is on. He's loud. CO still ain't came in there. Now, Keevan had a problem. There was another problem that had ended up developing between him and Big Jack. Excuse me. Big Jack sold pills. He had like some Percocets, something like that. Well, he didn't allow Keevan to get any pills because Keevan didn't have any more money after spending his money on the liquor. Keevan was upset with Big Jack. Big Jack was from Lexington, probably 6'3", 300, big dude. He's sitting on this rack. Keevan's walking up and down the aisle. Next thing you know, he walks up to Big Jack. Boom! I'm talking about socks him. He don't knock him out, but he did a number on him. Big Jack immediately jumps up. They get to rumbling. They fighting. That's what the country boys saying. They fighting. I'm talking about, man, it's WWF. It's Royal Rumble. It's Saturday Night Main Event. It's whatever wrestling used to be back in the day. That's what they going through. I'm talking about they rumbling. Keevan's holding his own. Big Jack is twice the size of Keevan, but Keevan is holding his own. I mean, he's boom, boom, boom. Big Jack is trying to grab him, but Keevan just boom, boom, uppercut. He's throwing them things. He's street fighting. He's not a boxer, but he's throwing them things. Boom, he catches Big Jack, sleeps him. Big Jack's knocked all the way out. I'm talking about knocked all the way out. We're all witnessing this. At this point, there was still no COs that showed up. This was so crazy. Keevan's really hyped now. He's talking crazy. He's running his mouth. I got my hands in my pocket, but I'm like, man, I'm about to have to fight Keevan. Because I know he's coming for me next. And if he gets anywhere close to me, I'm taking off. I'm not giving him an opportunity. I can use my hands too. I'm taking off. As soon as he gets anywhere close to me, I'm taking off. I already had it in my mind. I had put my money up or whatever. I'm taking off. It's like everybody was sitting around stagnant like they were afraid or something. So he's He's talking crazy. He's talking crazy to the whole dorm. I never will forget, man. The dude didn't have no shirt on. He had on some tight ass jeans and he had on some cowboy boots. That's what he had on. Had a tooth missing in the front. Like I said, he was a cut up white boy, had tattoos, short hair, and the dude was hard, man. Pause. The dude was legitimate. Hey, he was that man. So he's walking up and down the aisle. He was like, the only person that I respect in here is my dog Black and Lex. I'm talking about me. He said, man, I got mad respect for Lex, man. But the rest of y'all that's from here, y'all let these dudes come in here and run y'all's jail, y'all's town, y'all's facility, y'all a bunch of peas. By this time, the COs had taken notice. They see it on the cameras. They come in. It's about 5 or 6 of them. They trying to calm him down because he's going crazy. He ain't fought nobody else, but he's going crazy. They can't contain him. They're afraid of him. They run up on him. Bow, bow. Frankie. I never will forget. There was a CO named Frankie. He toothpiece Frankie. Didn't knock him out, but he did some damage. Bow, bow. They couldn't calm him down. Over time, they talked him off the ledge. They calmed him down, cuffed him, took him to the lockdown side, and immediately got him to prison. See, he never should have been in that facility in the first place. They immediately got Kein to prison. Lions, tigers, and bears. Gorillas. That's where he wanted to be. That's where he needed to be. He gets sent to prison. They ended up doing a breath analysis on all 50 of us. 30 of us got thrown in the hole. Out of the 30 of us that got thrown in the hole, 25 got transferred at that particular time. I don't know why. I think Miss Joanne, she kind of had an interest in me. I think she spoke up for me. I didn't end up getting transferred. I was one of the 5 people that didn't get transferred out of the 25 that did. And it was just one of those things, man, to where it was a wild night. State troopers came in, state police or whatever, and it was one of the craziest nights that I've ever seen. Now, I wasn't in prison, but it was an actual jail. See, jails are way more dangerous, if you will, than prisons. I was going to make a part 2 to this, but guess what? I'm going to bless you. I'm going to bless you all. For the simple fact that, you all that are traveling and things of that nature, people send me messages all the time like, man, you got me through my shift, man. Or you got me through my drive, or you helped get me through. So I'm going to go on and do part 2 doing this rendition of part 1. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Nevertheless, about a year and a half later, I get sent to the pen. I get a write-up. Something happens. They send me to prison. Green River Correctional Complex. Green River Correctional Complex. That's where they send me. It's in Kentucky. I get sent to Green River. I'm walking the loop one day. It's a big old, prisons have big old tracks, big old loops. And typically that's how you spend your time, when you're out on the rec yard. I mean, you can work out. You can sit at the tables, play dominoes, spades. You can go to the library, read books, watch movies. There's all type of things that you can do on the rec yard, go to church. But a lot of times you'll see people walking the track. Walking the track one day. It's a huge track, man. Walking the track one day, I see Kein, but he's in a blue vest. He's in a blue vest. He's in the SAP program, substance abuse program. So they're not allowed to mingle and interact with the general population. Now, him and I weren't very cool anyway. We were cool. We were cordial, but it ain't like I was on, hey, what's up, Kein? How you doing? Even if I could have, I wouldn't have. I see Kein. So as we're walking the track, I see a black dude that comes up, and he's confronting Kein. Remember I told you, Kein's probably 5'7", 5'8", about 100, 175 pounds, cut up dude, tattoos, whatever, about that action, about that life. Well, the black dude, man, he was about the same height, 5'9", 5'10", cut up, loud, show off. He's one of them type dudes being the weight pal. He's doing pull-ups instead of doing regular pull-ups where you pull your chin above the bar. He's pulling his whole body above the bar like he's a gymnastics or something like that. And he's flipping and doing all type of tricks to show people that he's strong or whatever. He was loud. He was just obnoxious. I don't know what happened, but him and Kein was having words. Two of them was having words, and I could see Kein kind of like, holding his arms out or whatever. The black dude's just running it, but he's not in Kein's face. He's probably 5 feet away or whatever. He's running it. Next thing I know, the black dude gets closer. Now, Kein's in the SAP program. That's the ticket that sends you home. You're not even supposed to be mingling with the general public, the rest of the inmates. You have to stick to the people that's in the SAP program. They typically try to keep you separated, but it's kind of hard to keep everybody off the yard at the same time. So it's like, okay, you all in the SAP program, you got a blue vest on, you can't be mingling with these other people. Now, the reason they'll know is because you inmates hold you accountable. I did SAP and I ain't never hold nobody accountable. But inmates will hold you accountable and they'll write you tickets. They'll write you up if they see you doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. So, him and the dude, they going back and forth or whatever. But the black dude, he's the aggressor. Kein's just kind of like, he's not backing down, but you could just tell that he, the black dude gets close. Next thing you know, Kein takes off on him. Boom, 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 boom. And he's throwing. He ain't just throwing. He's throwing from the shoulders. That's how you know he know how to fight. He's throwing from the shoulders. I done already seen Kein in action. So I'm seeing this. Like, this is crazy because I'm on the track. I'm seeing this. I'm right up. I'm not like literally right up on it, but I'm close enough to where I can see it. Me and my partners, we walking the track. We drinking triples. Triples coffee, man. Coffee, sugar, and creamer. In the pen, it can be 80 degrees outside and you drinking a triple. We walking the track, kicking the, talking about the streets or whatever. They get to fighting, man. Kein's working with him. I'm talking about he's working with the dude. He grabs the black dude. I don't even remember the black dude's name was, but he's from Louisville, Kentucky. He grabs him, flips him, does an MMA move. They go to the ground, so Kein's like, the black dude's on top of him. Kein's going to the ground, but somehow he flips him over. When he flips him over, he puts him in an arm bar or something crazy, and he's working with him. He's busting him up on the ground. I'm talking about he's busting him up. They get up again. They square off. The black dude clearly had nothing for Kein. Kein's working with him. Boom, boom, boom. Grabs him, slams him, boom. Now, the fight went on for a little bit. Now the COs see it. The COs run out to, the scene of the crime. So they come out there. The black dude's busted all the way up. I'm talking about he got blood all on his face. He's messed around, man. I'm talking about Kein really, really worked with him. When they came, they tell everybody freeze. They got these, what do you call it? Bird spray. You know what I mean? Size of fire extinguishers. They walk around with it on their hip. They telling everybody chill out. They ain't even want to spray them. Luckily, they gave them a warning because most COs, they're going to spray you just to spray you. They tell everybody, chill out. The black dude's like, nah, I'm done. Kein's like, nah, we in it now. Ain't no sense of being done. Bop, bop, bop. He's still taking off on the black dude. They spray Kein. Spray him with the spray or whatever. They spray the black dude. What I do? I ain't do nothing. So he can't see nothing. The black dude can't see nothing. He's like, why y'all spray me? I ain't do nothing. Kein, I don't know if this dude's an animal or a monster. I don't know, man. They sprayed him. He's still coming at the black dude. Boom, boom, boom. He's taking a look at the black. I'm talking about, man, took a look at that dude. And when I say took a look at him, he beat the brakes off of that black dude. So finally, they get the black dude. They got him. They put him in cuffs. Why y'all cuffing me? I don't understand. He got snot running down his nose, tears. He got bird spray running down his face, blood. He's messed around. All the white boys, man. I'm going to keep it real, man. Ain't nothing racist about me, but it is what it is. All the white boys, man, they happy, man. They happy. Because there's a general consensus that white dudes can't whoop black dudes. I don't know why people feel that way. I don't know where that comes from. But whoever feels that way, you're vastly wrong. Vastly wrong. I've seen some tough black dudes, and I done seen some tough white dudes. And I'm telling you what, man, and white boys, man, hey. Hey. That's all I can say. Hey, you got it twisted. You got them twisted, man. You know what I mean? So, the white dude, he's still coming. You know what I'm saying? He's still going at him or whatever. So, they finally get him. They cuff him. They take him away. All the white dudes is cheering, yeah, yeah, you know, the great white hope, man. That's just what it was, man. Like I said, that's just what it was. They were happy. This dude was loud. He was obnoxious. He was always running his mouth. Keevan whooped, man, he beat the holy brakes off this dude, man. Now, nobody got knocked out. Nobody got beat unconscious. Nobody got, but he beat him up bad, man. He beat that man bad, man. And that was the toughest white dude. He might be the toughest dude that I've ever seen in prison, outside of prison, man. He was all heart. And he just, man, he knew how to fight, man. Some people just are blessed with a talent, with a skill. Keevan knew how to fight. He whooped all them people in one night, including a correction officer, got sent to the pen, and then ended up whooping this dude when I seen him about a year and a half later. I don't know what he did in between that time. I don't know, but I would imagine that he had a couple more under his belt. You see what I'm saying? You can never judge a book by its cover, but at the same time, when you looked at Keevan, you knew he could fight. I looked at Keevan and knew, man, yeah, he gonna be a problem for somebody. Now, I was ready for him that day, because I'm already aware that if this guy gets anywhere near me, then we gonna throw. We gonna thump. We gonna throw them things, man. You see what I'm saying? But Keevan, you know, he didn't have a problem with me, and I don't know where Keevan's at to this day. I tried to look him up. I don't know his last name, but I was told that 5 or 6 years ago, he stabbed somebody on the streets a bunch of times and ended up getting like 20, 25 years. I don't doubt it. I'm not saying that that's what happened. Keevan's from Winchester, Kentucky. So if any of you are familiar and you're from Kentucky, and I don't know his last name, but his name is Keevan. He's from Winchester, Kentucky, I believe. Dude was the hardest, pause though, I'm going to say pause, the toughest white boy I've ever seen in my life. Maybe the toughest dude, period, that I've ever seen in my life. Only thing that would get Keevan in a fight with somebody is that he was much smaller. So if you fight a gorilla that's about 6 foot, 6'1", and you ain't number 5'7", 5'8", and this gorilla's 220, 230, and he know how to fight, you might have a problem. That's the reason I say he's not the toughest person that I've ever seen, but he's a tough, hey, man, that SOB, man. Whew. I didn't want it with Keevan. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I didn't want it. But it wasn't that I was scared. It was just that I'm making too much money. I didn't want it with nobody, to be honest. But if he came my way, I was gonna give him all I had. You know what I mean? But the problem with Keevan is he wasn't gonna just stop at fighting, man. Keevan might stab you, man. He might come back with a knife. He might stab you, anything. That was the problem. It wasn't that I couldn't whoop him, you know, hand-to-hand combat. I ain't trying to stab nobody. I'm going to go home in a couple years, 2 or 3 years or whatever. If that long, not even that long. I'm not trying to catch a murder case or attempted murder case or assault, a first-degree case. Or no, I don't want no drama. I don't want no smoke. All I wanted to do was make my money and go home. Real Kein TV. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Real Kein TV, man.